Yo! Welcome to the stream. Again, a jarring change between the audio things when you switch between the desktop and the game capture audio. Always really jarring to me. So I haven't found a way to sort of make that more seamless. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Sunday. How's everyone doing today? So, today we are starting up the final case of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Not the final case of the Ace Attorney trilogy altogether, just the final case of the first game. We've still got 2 more games after this, which we're not gonna play those, like the second one immediately after this one. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna play some other stuff between, but we're definitely gonna play like some more Phoenix Wright after we finish this game on the stream. I can guarantee you, because I am really enjoying this series a lot, way more than I think I kind of expected to. But yeah, so we're on to the final case, the special bonus case. Ooh. So this was so we're going to start on it briefly. I'm just going to do some little bit of background first, because I did a little bit of research into it, and also if you saw the stream yesterday, Alice Venture, who was in the chat, gave a bit of background about the 5th case as well. So basically, the 5th case isn't part of the main story. It was added when the game was ported to the DS, and obviously then added to every subsequent release, such as this one, this HD re-release. So it doesn't really follow the main events of the story, but apparently it has some stuff that ties it into some of the later games, which is cool. So I'm interested. I'm hoping it's going to work out. It isn't something that you get that will mean nothing to us if we play it now, but that doesn't make sense. I'm hoping it's something that will make sense to us at this point in our quote-unquote journey of the series. Like, if it introduces stuff, if it brings up stuff that won't come out until later games, if that, like, works in a story perspective, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's a really weird thing to sort of explain, I guess. What I mean. But anyway, the other thing about this and looking into it is this is supposedly one of the longest cases in the entire series. So I think case 4 took us 5 hours, 5-6 hours altogether. It was good 3 streams. And apparently this is, well, so I did a Google search on how long it's supposed to take. And the first Google search, which was the Google AI thing, said it was 6 hours. And then literally every other search result below was like, oh yeah, it's like 12. It's like the length of the entire game. The rest of the game is like, great, brilliant. That's great news for us. So this is going to be a long one. So it's going to be a couple of streams to finish this case in itself, which is fine because it's more Phoenix Wright, and Phoenix Wright's a fun time. So without further ado, why don't we just get started with Rise from the Ashes. I love that, like, those 8-bit city. It's not 8-bit, it's 16-bit probably more likely, but them graphics. Murder! 2 murderers! I'm seeing double! 4 murderers! Ooh. Long hair in a trench coat. Ambiguous gender. Who did he? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. Oh yeah, at the end of the last case, Maya left Wright & Co. to start to continue her spirit medium training. 2 months without a single trial. Oh, that's rough. I've had offers, but none I took. It's just waiting for Maya to come back. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Feels like it's about to be a noir story. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow! Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Got some bad news for you. Uh-oh. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But... please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Skye. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? I like her already. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to the forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you could call me an 11th grader. But raising on my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it! Well, that's gonna make this difficult. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You'll have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know, and developing a new scientific method of case investigation. Go on. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention centre and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school. Huh. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. Well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Hmm? Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's sorted. So let's move on to the detention centre and meet her sister, who I bet you has a very similar name. Because they always tend to do. Wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard? I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Ma'am, we're behind you. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. But look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how'd you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Skye. I'm Chief Prosecutor for this district. Oh, great. It's another prosecutor. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma? Lana? I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? But wait, but the suspect... The suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Is this a test? This feels like it's a test. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 PM. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Huh. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. Alright, so who's the victim then? Right, so who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Beans are in a lot of trouble, Lana. Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? It wasn't a gumshoe, was it? Well, it means... The police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job. I manage every aspect. So, if that's the case, then she is technically responsible for the amount of corrupt prosecutors we've had to deal with the whole game. So thanks for that. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you would recognise the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana, what happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh. I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. It's because you aren't one. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Yeah, this has to be some kind of like weird test or something, right? It feels like she's testing us. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You're in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little common with Mia. Hey! It wasn't law school. I was in my third year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That's probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good at school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. I mean, I'm sure you are, Emma. Sure you are. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it is safe to say, there is no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So... how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. Something else going on here. And I'm gonna find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think that maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! Well, looks like we have a new assistant. There isn't any new bits. Okay, cool. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. Then why are we here? I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks, you gotta learn you keep him dog tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. Of course his name is Mr. Marshall. What? Marshall? This is more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory. From a load of evidence. Oh, I can't do it. I want to do like a... I want to do like an Arthur Morgan kind of voice. If you're fixing for a mess, well, what's ours? You'll regret it, partner. Yeah, what dreams? The cacti dream out in the desert dream. You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. The hell was that? Was that hombre a friend of yours? Kinda, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West? It seems. Someone dropped that wallet. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. But wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at the crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Follow the wallet found at the scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick for examining evidence in detail, okay? The way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining, from every angle. Oh, there's 3D aspects to this now. Oh, it's like Resident Evil. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. Repressive enter. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID number. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. Although I don't know what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. This is scientific? Huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems to be horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. I don't think you're gonna make scientific investigator in 3 years this rate, Emma. Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. Hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. Hey, you know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad I don't have a test for common sense. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you might not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Well, you will be if you're hiding in a drum. This wall is in our way. Let's go a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I think I'll see how it makes any difference either way. This is where the cars leave the lot. The area in the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose? Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No? It won't open. A mysterious lock. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Right, is there anything else here that we can investigate still? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's cool. Right, so we'll head out back to the detention center, see if... Wow, there's nothing here. Skye monsters visitor's room. It's frozen in fear of the fridge of Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Smile for the camera. Go back to the law office, see if there's anything. Okay. Let's have a look at this ID card, see if there's anything here that's... An ID badger in here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They are the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID YABADAB. See? Wouldn't that be better? Wabadab? Wow, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point! Doesn't take much to amuse her. Anything worth noting on the back? Nope, just some very low poly text. Can we zoom in? Oh, it's even worse! Okay, is there anything that we've missed here? Ah! Ah, I'm so dumb. Didn't even realise. I forgot about you could slide over to the next part of the room. And like, I missed out there's the actual crime scene is here, which I knew that was, but I was like, this is gonna go great, guys. This is gonna go really great. Anyway, I want the Walkman. Let's underway. Let's get hunting for clues. Wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with a body in the saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for victuals, anyway. The hell are victuals? Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up victuals, saloon, cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around there all you like, but keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. Why does she have rice... Why does she have rice on her hat? What? You're saying lunches? Yeah? This is a crime scene! Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passers-by. Or you officers. No, but you don't exactly look the type to have clearance. Well, there's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as a cough-up queen are over. Excuse me? I guess it's cough-up dough, right? As in, like, money. And... What? A cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, Gossip Queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. I have many questions. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of evil ones who haunt its den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms about blackening the name of innocence. Yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. Interesting. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence for this, evil? Young miss. Mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones. The one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Ooh, okay. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really? What? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady had a thing against prosecutors. So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Skye wield that knife, so the knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Skye's knife. Wait a second. You know Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Can you tell us a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every year to sell lunches. I'm importing the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only the true connoisseurs can understand. Jeez, that's a lot of different types of lunch. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. I didn't even want to appreciate part of the Trilobite's flavour. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass wall booth? I sell my lunches and, since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyse the data available so far, you, Mr. are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams, in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking Cough-Up Queen. Thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Yeah, she certainly doesn't look like a lunch vendor. Do you know this guy? About this card. Lunch and vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially on a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. This is an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady? Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? It's probably because you're laughing, right? Right, let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that jacket on the wall looks familiar. This is the kind of room that screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Ooh, sick burn. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? Wait, that shield. It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's officer says there must be a real stuck-up jerk. Yeah, that shield looks kind of broken. Maybe that the missing part of it is potentially the some kind of murder weapon or something. Phoenix Wright. Never tire into prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Oh. Is it? It's Edgy! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right. His sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. Yeah, I know. No. Did I, no. It was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate the murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Looking real shifty there, Edgeworth. What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Allegedly. Emma? Allegedly? Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. Oh boy, is he the prosecutor on the case? I can understand. Wait! What did you say? Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth. Of course he was. Who else was it going to be? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that I'm here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? You have to be more specific, Miles. Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, legal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Skye? Yes, we worked on it together on the case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Why have you got a knife? What? Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. No, I mean, that makes more sense? Maybe? Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? She's like, glare. Oh, come on, can't you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humour, Mr. Wright. Alright, so let's look around the office a little bit. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not sure of my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Is this foreshadowing, maybe? I don't actually know, because I have no idea. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. Its head is kind of spiky. It kind of reminds me of you. Do you think... I think Lana's being set up. I think someone wants her out of being the chief prosecutor. That's my early theory here. It's kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges? Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. The work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Huh? Wait. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card in there. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? Heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? Something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? She Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. Well, I mean, you never know. That would be really funny. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I go for more of the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. Just buy Yorkshire tea, Edgeworth. Don't be so pretentious about it. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavour. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. Such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. Thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Or prosecutors. Huh? What's that? Oh, it's the King of Prosecutors award, right? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? Is a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. So why have you got it? What? So? So that K? That's... K stands for King? You sure you got 97 on your science test? Yeah. You got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors? Sounds more kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Give to Edgeworth King processors at the PD at the day of the murder. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than the usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket. Right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make one curl up and take a nap. Then he pores over his cases and files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves. He goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. But in the morning he has sofa hair, and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool! Sofa hair is cool? God, I hope so, because that's like what I permanently have. So what if I present this to Edgeworth? It is against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you. He doesn't like you that much. Doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. And I'm assuming you're gonna say the same thing here. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, right? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Doesn't seem to be concerned about his reward, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Good idea, Emma. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Wiping your hands of all cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There is an annual review and the awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. So defense lawyers aren't invited to these sort of things. You'd think like... You'd think they'd get invited to like a police prosecutor sort of thing, because surely they'd have to do a similar thing in transferring files and stuff over, right? Maybe they do it on a different day. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got here at 5:12. That's very precise. Almost too precise. But we know the murder happened at 5:15, so he literally would have gotten out of his car and then the murder happened. So he probably would have seen Lana go to the car, or the murder victim go to the car. And why were either of them at Edgeworth's car anyway? That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edward pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub was added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What's right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me! Is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I am Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid doesn't run very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so do not bring me anything unrelated. Sir! But sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir! Give me your name. Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins! Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Whimper. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent the day they gave out brains and good luck. Mean. Right? Yes, sir? Guy, caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Meekins looks like a character from a different game. Anyway. She's got nothing else to say. February 22nd. Police Department entrance. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. Took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. I'm trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, it does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least it doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm a busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Well, I got some bad news, Gumshoe. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office, and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence is faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Skye's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Calm down, mate. She's 16. Please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Interesting. So, What are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh well. Nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Oh man. Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. That you know of. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. Not even letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial. Isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work? It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fades to dance until he drops. Like us all. Like us all. The usual wanted posters hang up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? So dial 911. Yeah, that's right. I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Why does this guy look a bit like the 10th Doctor? Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. Must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that? Your tube will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? Just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, of all the police and criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. Probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Oh, they were talking about soup. Were you not listening? Mr. Wright, do you know why the patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Go on. A panda? Not that I have any scientific proof. It's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? This is when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. What if we show the ID card to Gumshoe? That's not what I wanted to do. Take the Gumshoe. What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Me and Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman. He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Found Mr. Edwards' car? Stabbed with Mr. Edwards' knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Skye to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Gee, save my ass there. Somebody must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, great. So now the entire city's a suspect. Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence, myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you why this later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? That's really because of the rumors. So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it? Here's a good point. Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word that Chief Prosecutor Skye called him out there to the parking lot, and now he's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, remember that time he got framed for murder? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Twice! Twice in one day! Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth usually has had strong... Oh, I gotta take that again. I'm sorry for yawning all the time. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case is starting a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. Yeah, no, that tracks. I can believe that. Wait, what? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. I mean, it could be two things. Like, he could genuinely want, like, he could genuinely be ambitious enough that he wants the chief prosecutor's office. But also, you know, be doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met this guy who is... what's his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'll be Officer Marshall. It was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try and make things a little easier for you. Show him this, and I'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Let the gumshoe's letter of introduction out of the court record. What's he got crossed out there? I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and no one will look at you twice, pal. Alright. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost a turd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Oh boy. Western music. Yeehaw! And all that. There's something I wanted to ask you. Seeing the crime? Carl Grave may have lost their dreams. And me? I'll watch over them as they sleep. Dream of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I want to ask you. Seeing the crime? Carl Grave may have lost their dreams. And me? I'll watch over them as they sleep. Dream of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Kapow! Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you. Final letters get to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding the birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say this letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's around Detective Gumshoe. Better than the blood test. Guess I better let you in then. But thank you, officer. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks. Clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Yeehaw! Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say you should probably cross that out. I say I won't be needing this anymore. Let's go and choose a letter of introduction and crumple and discard it. So... Cast you up this knife. Alright, compadre. Count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna drive evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Might mean never to visit Texas. He's not even from Texas. He's from West LA. Very different. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? Toy knife, maybe? Officer Marshall, do you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have K for King of the Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield. They could use the same shield over and over. Note to self: the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. Yeah, I know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell ya. What do you think about this? 5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot. Real slow, like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe, waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, well. Ah, you're a feisty little doggy right there. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smart and Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest? Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Skye and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives until 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just shouting hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog. Can't find his own tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Well, let's do some investigating. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Hang on. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about that. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, you never know people from your generation. He's like 25. Whatever, let's check out this phone. Let's check this phone out. Now to you the last, to you the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, but he just pushes the button. I mean, this is defense attorney does. Beep. Nice. Hey, that song. I know that. Hey! What's going on over here? Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Skye. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, last call made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ring tunes. Oh? What? Oh. Sorry, that was my phone. What? What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Note to self, never go to Texas. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrol. Last comment at 5:18 on the day of the murder. It appears to be with the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quiet luxury car, just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. B block is through there. That's where the visitors park. I can see the lunch line that car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I do like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Technically cannibalism, but cool. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? I just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to the B block. I dream the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. 675, 12-2. Look, something's written on it. You're right, let's see. 67S. 67S 12-2. 2nd of December, right? There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it on the outline of the victim's body. So, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. So is there anything else here that's worth examining, or are we good and we can ask about Lana to the marshal? But also, I kind of want to have a look at the court record again, because I'm just a bit... Okay, name of the deceased. Bruce Goodman. 21st, February 21st, between 4 PM and 5:30 PM. Cause of death, loss of blood and chest wound assessment. Wound was caused by a 4.5 inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Okay. feel like... Did Lana say she stabbed him more than once? Or did I make that up? I mean, obviously we're trying to prove her innocence, but like, so we would think that. So 12, so that obviously is... See, it's weird, because sometimes... Because that's the date of the murder, right? But they put it in the... It was weird, because they've... Most of the time, they do the Americanized sort of month, year sort of thing in this game, because that's what they've done when they've localized it. But, like, this isn't in that format. So, I mean, I am assuming 12/2 is 12th of February, which obviously is the date of the murder. But then, obviously, that isn't that. That's in the other order, so it's like... I don't know, it's weird. So maybe it isn't a date, but... I still don't know what the 67S means. Can we... Anyway, let's talk to Marsha about Lana. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister. You, Is there something between this cop and his sister that I don't know about? Think there might be. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blown through the prospector's office. Metaphorically. Dry wind or ill will? Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? Suddenly, Phoenix Wright decided he sounded like the prosecutor. Don't know why. Anyway, forged evidence and arranged testimonies, you mean? Why is he a prosecutor? He's not even a prosecutor, he's a marshal. He's not even a marshal, he's a patrolman. Ah, too many titles. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is. Until he met you. The rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. Oh, Emma. Emma, you have not been here long. You followed the rumors about Edgeworth to their source. You found one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, we might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth is making deals to win trials? You mean... as well as all the other bad things he does? He's rigging trials? It's unheard of. Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? Guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings? What? Oh, wait, I just realized, is that the Steel Samurai theme? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That probably a TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Self-and updated in court record. The detective is murdered, and the suspect at the top is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Trial former. Interesting, that's new. How did the investigation go, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me. No matter the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorneys should never believe their clients. Interesting. Interesting take. The defense is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. There is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you are the defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I should do it like, I just play it like, he's, like, Farnsworth does whenever he sees, Worms from Futurama. It's like, now every time we reference Edgeworth, I think Wright should be like, oh, Edgeworth. Nah, that's a terrible idea. It's been 2 months. I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial. Also, I think like Wright genuinely wants to be friends with him, so that's him. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Also, I must draw attention to my massive hand. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Suddenly I feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to a crime. A professional witness. Gavel! Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls for its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Haven't I seen you somewhere? I mean, I don't know what you have to do in your spare time, Judge, but... You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Reveal the witness, state her name and profession. I and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name? Profession? No. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry up. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide the description of the crime. Your Honour, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Professional what? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angelstar was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Plot twist? Wait, what? Miss Star was a detective? Ah! Ah! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen. Angel Star, Your Honour. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with this description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made up on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honour. So, she was a homicide detective. And there's a whole thing around the detectives in the prosecutor's office kind of sort of like in cahoots. Is she part of a cover-up to get rid of Lana? Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honour. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright. I can't agree on principle, Your Honour. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honour. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Which one? And I sensed something. That was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, saw the chief prosecutor standing up to a garish car. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy pit of the knife into David Goodman's chest. Bring your lunch to your boyfriend. How touching. Hang on. So I need to just look at this. I might have missed something. But so she's on the other side of the fence. That means she's on B block. Right. And so she witnesses the murder and then apprehends her to arrest her, which she can't do from B block because of the fence. She'd have to go around and get to it. That doesn't... Whatever. Bring your boyfriend... Bring your lunch to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. Key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed, Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. So I'm gonna press this. By Garish Car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. Mr. Edgeworth's. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. How do you know that? How do you know that from... Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth. We're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay, so we're going to press her on this. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realised what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the Chief Prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Did you? How did you know? I respect the prosecutors as basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The alleged lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Ooh, that changes things. I wonder who she was, laid off by. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Do you have space for one more? Yes. This boyfriend. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? but yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. Brilliant. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. See what I brought up, I was just doing it in a bit. And then the game brought it in a bit as well. Brilliant. Security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Instantly, did you bring your lunches by car? Lunchboxes by car? Since I'm visiting out, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sent something? So you're saying you had the premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh yes. It's like that feeling when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience, and on the streets. A greenhorn. The night must be hard, yellows and sharp as attack. Judge, if you want that boyfriend position, it is right there for you. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stir in the back of my mind. 3-wire fence saw the Chief Prosecutor standing next to a garage car. Chief Prosecutor holding a knife in her right hand, then she thrust the knife, pointy tip of the knife into the Goodman's chest. Okay, I'm gonna... Tell me about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that is about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. She's not biased at all. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps the chicken salad set would be in a better metaphor. So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? I'm gonna check this, if there's anything... This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekend roughing it in the wild. I doubt it. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. How? Now there's a scary thought. I was hoping to be able to get some, like, info on here about how big the knife was. She's kind of right about the knife size, though. It says 4.5 inches and she's at about 4 inches, so it's about kind of... I didn't mean to do that. Nope, I don't. See, the blood on here doesn't... It looks like it's more of like a... It's like a sort of like a... I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's been... It's like a straight stab wound, because if I'm... Surely if it was a stab wound, right, would there be more blood on it? Like, and on the tip especially? Can we present something here about that being... I'm gonna have a look at this and see if there's something we can... Jojo's car. Oh, sorry. You might want to keep those opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. Could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly position of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. What? I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, have I ever only seen this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this most certainly is the defendant. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably around the Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrusts the pointy tip of the knife into the woman's chest. Is there something... There has to be some evidence that we can present here that would contradict something that she's saying. As Edgeworth 1712. Day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only was held up at a couple of extra red lights. Wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. So sure you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light. Does anyone have an idea what we do? Which is the right evidence to present and where? I'm sure I pressed on this before, but... Okay, so that was about stopping the crime. Spent as a point. Sent something. This is very finally honed its intuition at work. But like it all feels too convenient that she was there. She was a witness. And she had the camera ready. No, didn't mean to keep doing that by accident. Okay, so I'm going to present the autopsy report, although I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna hold immediately on. No, it's wrong. If we... Okay, and... So I'm going to press this again, even though I know that we sort of... Alright, second level, you can see everything from there. So she's in B block when it happens. She's still pretty far away to see it. I don't know if that's... I'm gonna have to... do it. I'm gonna have to do it looking up because I have no idea what the right thing is. And I think we've been stuck on this long enough. Okay, so... She prosecutor holding a knife in her right hand and we have to present the crime photo here. And then that should move us on, I think. I hope. And you witness this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said. Yes. Swirl my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife? See, I think I just assumed that, like, that wasn't the moment of the crime, that was, like, afterwards, because her hand, her coat's all bloody. I didn't want to assume that. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. And yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. See, that's why I didn't want to, I was hesitant to sort of choose it. This was taken at the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. That's exactly what I was thinking. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph! Ah, yes, but it's hard to tell, but this... It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright! Are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Ugh. You got a better idea? Objection! Wait! That contradicts what the witness said in their testimony. Namely, that she took the photo the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She's killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder. That's some big words. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well? Are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing the gloves. What? Shit, I mean, he's not wrong. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offence. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. Whoever gloves prove it. I'm gonna press on that first. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like, driving gloves? Yeah, maybe she's like a real, like, germaphobe or something. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It is the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ah. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. She can prove this claim the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. I'm going to check your top 2 report once more, just to sort of see if there's anything. And there's nothing that this can... What's wrong? You look like you did during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Think, why... How can we prove it's not premeditated? Hang on, what was this? Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Huh. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma, guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, must have been an amazing prosecutor. Yeah, about that. I'd like to meet Von Karma sometime. And when she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Oh, it's broken because it's... Oh, but it isn't part of the design. There's nothing here that kind of... Still we're no... I feel like we're no further, no closer. Okay, so apparently according to the thing, it is to present Edgeworth's knife. Although I don't know how that... Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunch boxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. Call that a knife? This is a knife. Knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mummy? Prosecutors bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? This is a good point. Oh, I mean, there's nothing to prove that she... Not to sound like a prosecutor or anything, but there's nothing to prove that she didn't know that knife was already in there. Oh, this knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan the murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ugh. Ah! Gavel! Order, order, order. Great. Now the tide's turning in our favour. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Right? I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Ah, crap, he's gone. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could not care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. Suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of detection are not to be underestimated. Really now. Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor has a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. That didn't happen. There was one stab wound. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. But with my moth surprise! Yeah. I'm afraid the moth is growing under our feet as we wait, mister. Well, what do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Ah, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? That were noticed? Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realise such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something? For blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. What? Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. What? I got a presser on that. How would you have seen the muffler from... Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. Hang on. So you can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Yeah, it is a bit weird. Well, people often mistake my beard. Where is this going? For a bib. Do they though? Do they really? Not sure about that one. Judge of a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. You know what it feels like? It feels like a circus. You know, because it's full of clowns. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood in her chest. Was it her scarf or her chest? However, the autopsy report is clear in this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously more scientific testing is required. The last guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. I want to take a look at that photo again, because I got this feeling she wasn't wearing a scarf in that photo. Yeah. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But that... It can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Wow. Shots fired at every lunch lady. Jesus. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, there very. The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Gavel. Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. How could she have apprehended this? I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of the testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had confused me in my earlier testimony. Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Quite changed that staff, right?
Scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra, but there wasn't a scarf in the photo. It's clear she wasn't wearing one. Anyway. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me details, unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Not wrong. Not wrong, Anna. Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked out my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rah.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the position off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. So I'm going to press this first for presenting. Say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Yeah, but you were behind a fence. Maybe I should press her for more details? Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, but she was parked in B block. So you witnessed a murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. What? What?
Amazing. The Gothic Queen. Lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Skye not get away? Ah yes, my research mentioned the muffler. I'm gonna press her on that. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
Do you think maybe she's referring to a car muffler and not a scarf? So, what you have heard was not the suspect talking to you, but someone else? Yes, the Chief Prosecutor was talking on her phone. No, she wasn't, because her phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Yeah, but no one answered. She phoned Emma. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see. These metaphors are getting worse and worse.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used a cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Tried to use a cell instead. Prosecutor made it to escape, but... I'm going to use... this at the apprentice. Oh, crap. It's not going to work. How did she... I'm gonna press that. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Ah, I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one more time, so listen close, rookies. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. So she couldn't have seen it though. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. How would you have known? She pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung her up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Chief prosecutor made to escape against dangerous service. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hands and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard and a pate for foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying outside at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange. But it is strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other... Ah! The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. Wish we could solve a few more before finding more, though. So Miss Skye tried to run. Sorry my sister was so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it, you have to believe me. I'm gonna press this again. I feel like I might have already, but... I need to be away from it the whole time. We have seen this before already. I'm gonna present the parking lot plans because she wouldn't be able to see that from where she was. Miss Starr, I have to include that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Strongly disagree. Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Told you. Well, Miss Starr? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How would you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What?
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
Grr.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you would allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has just told the court. And so our counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Skye using that emergency phone.
It does seem hard to imagine that she could have. Very logical.
What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why'd lie about something so insignificant? Oh. Dang, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone? I see no room for doubt here. You ordered the patooey on rice, right?
Mr. Wright, and I thought you had something there.
Yeah, so did I. Ugh. One more try. I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't put this wrong. Yeah, you're right. Kinda can't at this point. Oh, God. I mean... I don't think it can be where she saw it because of the photo. I reckon it has to be the order of events, right? Oh God, I hope I'm right about this. She's not about the order of events. Miss Skye used that emergency phone before the murder.
I see. I hadn't thought of that.
But why would she use the... That took the wind out of her sails. Mr. Wright? Oh, shit. Just when you think you can't think any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright. Was it the orange peel lunchbox, right?
Jesus, me don't get excited before the evidence.
One more try. Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But let's say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed a crime from a different location. Possibly the security booth? A different location? Now, that is a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard up to now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed this crime was here. I reckon she was actually in A block in the security room. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honour. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember your testimony. You said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security room, right? Yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
Ooh, my connection is really bad. That's not good. Sorry, guys. Huh, weird.
You used to be a detective. You should know better.
There it is, that's better. The internet's been really weird lately. I don't know why it's really up and down. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll just do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense. It's because she has a personal bias against Lana. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photo tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Yeah, but who took the photo? The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us, what was her reason? Her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? We got one last shot at this. If we get this wrong, it's game over and basically do this all again. I could look up the answer, which would, but I kind of wanna. If this anyone's our view to the crime would. Well, angle view to the crime would make a difference. Distance to the crime would also. Difference in lighting. Screw it, I'm going to say angle of view. Why? The angle at which you saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, security guard station's on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
Um.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider this, Wright?
God.
I'm not good at this case. I'm really dropping the ball on it. Fine. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Defendant has failed to give us the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution of the claim. The court finds the defendant Miss Skye guilty. The accused will surrender to court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Judge out. Game over. Bye.
Right. It's nearly an hour and a half of progress. Fine. Right. We've got to skip through a lot of crap here. Because we're going to at least get into this one trial today. Oh, hey Mia. Hang on. Blah blah blah, you know. Twist! Detective! Ah. Okay, so we're going to press statement on... Okay. Blah blah, fired from being a prosecutor. Flirts with the judge. Press on the wire fence. Right, so choose prosecutor hold the knife on the right arm, then we present the... Okay, this is where we got stuck, really stuck before. Objections all over the place. Right, then we do Edgeworth's knife. It's probably my favourite thing in this game when you catch them off guard and they do the wah face. Right, this is where we present the autopsy reports. Right, so, crime photo statement, enough of it, like blood. Right, so we need to press here. Press again. Press entertainment. Ah, yes. When I arrest her, she mentioned them. I thought that was a weird noise I just made. Okay. Okay, so press there. Try to present a statement, done that. Present. Right. Revelation that Lana had kicked her out 2 years ago. Right, there are achievements you unlock if you get all the you choose the wrong options. There's the next section. It is where she saw it. I think because we already did the wrong ones in our last thing, we'll might get the achievement. I mean, but it's not a big deal if we don't. We're not it's not like we're doing a completionist run or something. So I chose the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What does anything like that? Nothing. Therefore, it would be points from the start to lie. Points to lie, I see. Actually, witness did see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean the star witnessed the crime from a different location. That's the apprentice lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Gobble!
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness? When she saw the crime?
Well, trust me if I then turn our points to one direction.
Blam!
This is the only place she could have been.
Security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honour. The witness not being past the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. Remember your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been in getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty. Did you talk about Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, doesn't it strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make any sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
That
truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason.
Bang! So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. The star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she died and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the flip lens and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Eh? Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye?
Well, witness.
It would take you a lot less time, right? You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Sounds pretty good, actually.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
Then who took the photo?
Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked and I couldn't open it. What? That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
That 5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But the phone call was, if it would have taken her 5 minutes from 5:15 to get to the scene of the crime, that would have meant she would have gotten to the scene of the crime at 5:20, and the phone call was made at 5:18. She would have missed that. So how would she have known she was on the phone? But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention.
Okay, I think we're getting a bit off topic here.
Would you like another
caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Oh. This is bribery, right? This is... There are crimes being committed right here. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. I know, it's clearly bribery. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you'd like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with that with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time is different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah!
Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close.
I'm afraid that the Clover Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court adjourned. Judge out. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the ones you tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? the sound effect. Ah, that's great.
Whoa! A triple decker. That's a lot of lunch. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll take one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunch button motto says, you won't be disappointed. Pretty sure that's not their motto, but she's going to pull out of her lunchbox this time. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. But how does she know whose blood it is? Has she had it like actually tested?
What? What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness?
What is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I cannot accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the rules of evidence law.
I mean, we all know the rules of evidence law, but I mean, for the people at home, you should probably tell us, Edgeworth. You know, just to be sure. I mean, I know obviously, but you know, just so everyone out there knows.
Rule number 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. Yeah, you might have mentioned it once or twice. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. And you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. What?
Ah! Ah!
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so.
Edgeworth's looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law. Really?
Gavel! The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems yet you have yet another count against your witness.
Anything to ensure the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so
Why'd you like those 5 minutes? I guess you could say, I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before our very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? So it made me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, raising and manipulating evidence. I mean, she's not wrong. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Is it worse than murder though? Yes, probably. Let's not go there. Let's just get this over with. I have lots of lunches to eat after this. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did that bring this up? Nope. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, that was a very loud noise. No blood type matched other defendants. Sorry. Right. So, you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need that proved. To do that, evidence must be analysed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. Yeah, that checks out. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Stop giving me bad lunches! Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, choose not enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with this victim's shoe? Oh, there's a problem, right? I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem in this evidence. A clear contradiction. A gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Gavel! See what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about this victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. I don't know which blood splatter to sort of present because either one. It being at the bottom seems to imply that the shoe had already been stepped in blood. I don't know. Screw it. I think I may be right. Wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed. There is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense, as the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contradict you about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? I'm gonna have a look at this photo. Well, there's no blood on the ground there, and also her shoes are a different colour. Wait, that's not... Oh, it's a victim's shoe, not hers. Duh. Oh, I'm so stupid. But there's no blood on the ground, so that kind... Shh. I picked the wrong thing. Piss. Yeah, you're right, I kinda just did. Oh man, tough crowd. It's right, let's be out Santa examine the evidence. Before I waste time. Well, that was a nice break. Let's try and test me, shall we? Right, so present the bottom of the shoe again. Problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Whoa, his rejection's all going over the place. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked this scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness. What? Correct going, Mr. Wright, but true, the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspects. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful and deadly. Apprentice this one. Leopard woman. Rah! Yeah, is it that leopards don't roar, they meow? I thought there was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently, you got the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. What water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Because it was empty. You don't mean... Yes, the subject knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Or, you know. That, I guess. What? That ties things up nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to raise the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence. That reminds me. Skye's right hand was hurt. Didn't you say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Let Mr. Wright do something, please. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honour?
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
The court finds the defendant, Miss Skye. There it is!
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? No, me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
What? Wait, witness, to tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. Whoa! A photograph?
A photograph?
A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
When did you take that photo? I see no room for error in this evidence.
But Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another look. Good luck. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Your Honour, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah.
I'll think later.
Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
Gavel! I suppose as we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. But I really just want to go home. I'm so sick of lunchboxes. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
I don't know. And I can't check evidence. Wait. No, it doesn't work because the shoe... Because the blood was on this side of the shoe, so it wouldn't have been covered up by the water, but then... it would have been washed away. And there's clearly blood on there, so it's not the shoe, contradicts the evidence. There's a knife in here, but... I can't prove whether the knife was removed once after the murder. Whether she just... whoever murdered the detective left it in. I'm gonna... I don't know if this is right. It's probably here, don't you think? As your elder, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe he's trying to say that no one's falling for your bluffs, Mr. Wright. Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically. Roses come as far as she never became a pear shake. Don't... No. So I did think this was a bit odd. I definitely did not just look at that what the answer was. Absolutely not. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? Something poking out of the car's muffler, which will explain why she was saying muffler on the phone. Just wait a minute. Wait just a minute, Mr. Edgeworth. You're on there? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photo. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Could have everything to do with this case. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. But what? Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth on the muffler is related to this case. I don't know. The phone call was yeah, it's gotta be it, right? Because of the phone call, she made the phone call with the muffler, right? Miss Starr, record your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what she had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Yarg! Yarg! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so,
That means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ah! Well, seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The writer will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was a close. That was a close one. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry. Okay. And I think we will take a bit more than a 30-minute recess. I think we will take a long break and we will come back to this next stream, I think, at this point. Like I said, this is going to be a long case. So we're going to be a while. And we've done 3.5 hours and we've done the trial former now and trial latter. Brilliant. Ugh, right, we're gonna have to come back to this at a later point, because we're already I really want to continue, but like my voice is kind of I want to keep going, but voice is kind of shot a little bit and I don't really think I have the I don't think my voice is going to cope for another hour and a half of trial sessions. I think it will probably. We're going to have to call it there, I'm afraid. So, thank you. I'm going to put some background music on whilst we wrap up everything, because just so it's a bit. It sounds a bit dead otherwise. Just quiet in the background. Maybe. Ah, right, that's why. Yeah, so, thanks for joining me for the stream today. Whoever joined me for the whole thing, whether it's 5 minutes, I really appreciate you guys hanging out, as always. The stream got a bit weird, but that's part of the fun of it, right? Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me. We'll be back next Saturday with some more Phoenix Wright. So I hope you can join me for that then, and we'll continue Case 5 and make some more progress. So, as always, au revoir, baby! Yeah, actually, wait, before I finish, I think I forgot to mention, I've made to mention all stream, because I think it should be below. I'll have to check it out on the stream manager, but, I'm coming up to 50 followers, which is a, thing for, which is one of the, like, achievement things to get closer to being on the affiliate program. I'm not actively like trying to become an affiliate or anything like that, but I really like to reach this goal honestly before the end of the year, which sounds insane like thing to say, but it is very possible I won't make it. So if you want to give me a follow so we can reach that goal, that'd be really greatly appreciated. But don't have to. If you just want to hang out and look, it's totally cool. I don't mind either way. Like I said, it's not a big deal if that doesn't get reached. Anyway, oh cool, that's Dragon 64 going. So anyway, thank you for joining for the stream. As I said, be back next week, and au revoir, baby. Anyway, with that, farewell, goodbye. This is a very intense way of ending things. One day we will end the stream without it being complete clusterfuck.
So long.